Leo, welcome. This is your reading for this full moon in Gemini, happening as we speak. It's the 27th today here in Aotearoa. So we'll get the cards out. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for liking, subscribing, and all of that. I really appreciate it a lot. So take what resonates, Leo, and leave what doesn't. Let's just see. We're getting the old cards out. As I said, we clarify with a few other decks. I've got a rock, mineral, and crystal card for you. We'll pull that out at the end. And let's just see. Morgan Greer deck. We'll clarify with the Thoth deck. I'm trying to, there's something beside me. I'm trying to make these readings faster because attention spans for all of us have diminished somewhat, and just speed it up a bit so I can go on and on sometimes. So we're trying to be disciplined, Leo, right? So we come out at this time of the full moon. We're coming out here with Le Diablo, the devil. So we're looking at, are we enjoying life? Are we, because it is about that too, as much as it can be about dependencies, codependencies, habits formed that we may want to change or break, addictions, that kind of thing. But also, the ability to enjoy life and all its earthly pleasures. We're not taking it for granted, I don't think. We've got the Nine of Cups here. We know what makes us happy. We know what makes us happy. So that's great. We don't want to take that for granted, do we? Oh, excuse me, Leo. We then have the Eight of Cups. Now we're leaving these 8 cups. We're creating a bit of objectivity here in order to search for the 2. Now, the 2 of Cups is really all about balance and a reciprocal, equal sharing, but it is also about choices, making different choices, new choices, maybe that honour us and our current state. People change and things change and everything's fluid. But in this beautiful 8 of Cups, there's a buffer zone that's created. So we can have a level of objectivity and a level of protection, actually, against the sort of psychic radicals of which there is so much in terms of media and all sorts of things blasting at us 24/7. We create a little protective zone here. And then the Wheel of Fortune appears. So let's just clarify this. Of course, sometimes we're on the top of the wheel. Sometimes we fall off and we get back on again. Nevertheless, we're seeing in that card, potential fortune. So let's just see, what is this devil about here for Leo? It's about a transformation. So you can liken it to shifting and changing, shedding an old skin, maybe having a new vitality around how you feel about yourself, potentially, how you see yourself, what is your value. They can be sort of default habits, a never-ending cyclical, narrative that says you're not a great person in your own head, So there's a transformation here going on with the Death card. Are we shedding some of those old habits? Are we shedding some old thought forms and patterns here, Leo? We've got a gift we've got that Ace of Cups. This is very expansive love. It's not just on a level of survival, actually. It's very expansive. And in this process of sort of letting a few things go, you may well see that gift of that Ace of Cups very clearly and how you can use it. Let's look at the Nine of Cups. It's pretty amazing. That's in itself, Nine of Cups, in itself a transformation, just those 3 cards. Nine of Cups, knowing what makes us happy. Sometimes when that's challenged, we don't like it. They're not overly beneficial things that make us happy, that we think makes us happy. You know what I mean? 5 of Wands, this is about boundary drawing and boundary poking. We don't know what lies under, anything until we lift it up to have a look. Conflict resolution is a great thing because it allows some freshness to come in, a new perspective maybe, and it's a great skill to have. And here I see it, that 5 of Wands can be a very uncomfortable feeling or scenario that you would like to either blot out or avoid. But some things need movement. Happiness needs movement. We don't just sit on happy, if you know what I'm saying. We need to add things to it. There needs to be movement there. It's not just something we get and then we've got it. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting and it's pretty dynamic, Leo, here. Whether you feel that to be the case or not, there's a lot of dynamic movement in this reading. Don't necessarily see that, in the cards, but I can feel it. Adjustment. We're looking at the 8 of Cups, creating that level of, it's not a disconnection. It's just being able to step back and look, not only at ourselves, but at the outside world, with a level of objectivity, with our relationships and all the rest of it, with a level of emotional objectivity, which is a strength. So we have adjustment, so we have these scales of justice rebalancing themselves when we allow ourselves a letting go and a stepping back and to be aware, to observe our patterns, to observe our emotional patterns, especially this need for some balance, because justice is literally sort of like natural law, isn't it? Everything works in the way it does because there's a balance. You look at nature, there's a balance. There's not really any emotion involved in that balance. You know what I'm saying, Leo? Let's just see. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune we get. With greater insight, the potential to really pick up some things that maybe we hadn't before in regards to whatever is going on in our life, in regards to our emotional landscape on a personal level, how we relate to family, friends, all of that. That is a theme running through this full moon time. So we're looking at the Wheel of Fortune. We've just had justice, balancing things out so that wheel can spin in a fortuitous way for us. A key here, and I'll get one more card, is the Hanged Man. we go into Hanged Man. Now, as I was saying before, just trying to blot out or avoid all of this bombardment that we have around us all the time. Media, all of it fills up our headspace, can enhance our anxiety. At the same time, we can be listening to a podcast which is very inspiring. But it's all this extraneous noise. And the Hanged Man, we turn the volume off. We're here for a reason. And liken it to a chrysalid that removes itself and hangs up there somewhere, and then all the juices start doing their alchemy and they come out in a different form. This is really what's happening on quite a fundamental level here, because you've started this reading out with the Death card, which is a transformation. And the Hanged Man, as I said, eradication of all stimuli. We are in here, in ourselves, hanging here. Now we know the whole purpose of this is that we come out of that with an entirely different perspective on many things in our life. So it's a very interesting, I did say I was going to get another card for that Hanged Man. We have the Seven of Swords, which has been making quite an appearance throughout all these readings today. It's a difficult, challenging card because it is the consummate archetypal card of the self-saboteur, of which we all have. Seven of Swords. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting. And I'm surprised that there, within this collection of cards, that there haven't been any cards of decision making or choice. I mean, the Eight of Cups is Hanged Man. But I mean, all of those twos. Making a decision, making a choice. Okay. Now, we want Leo. We've got Brian Froud, Pixie and Fairy. As I said, there's an alchemical process going on in the Hanged Man. And what do we get? Nellis the Alchemist. So this was started a long time ago with a little wand. First domino, tappy, tap, tap, and then the whole lot go. But there's a timing involved in it. There's timing. And I guess you could say right timing, but it is underway. Beautiful transformation of the Leo. And let's see, rock, mineral, crystal. I don't know what it is. Let's turn it up. Wow, how beautiful this is. And appropriate. Moonstone. Female fertility, calming the emotions, attracting new love, and growth. Isn't that just beautiful? And so appropriate at a full moon time for you, Leo, on that note. I hope you enjoyed this reading, got something from it, and thanks again. Please do subscribe, like, comment if you wish. Ka kite, bye.